After some severe weather, the sun is out. Thanks for joining us this morning. The U.S. Geological Survey changes rankings in parts of North Texas when it comes to earthquakes. Rocky Vaz is the director of Dallas Emergency Management and joins us this morning. Thank you so much for being here, first of all. Appreciate it. This is somewhat of an alarming headline that was just announced. It basically says that the North Texas earthquake risk is now on par with that of Oklahoma and parts of California. I don't know, I hear earthquake and California in the same sentence, and that worries me when you're comparing it to North Texas.
Yeah, but even within Oklahoma and California, you have the high risk and high seismic activity rate and the low, and we are at the lower end of that.
So we're at the lower end. So some of the parts in those states where they have lower risk, but still, North Texas has had more than 150 of significant size earthquakes since 2008. And this also found that damaging earthquakes, the number of damaging earthquakes has what, more than tripled?
Yes.
Since 2000, what was that? Since 2008 as well?
2008. So if you look at it, when they say, damaging and high seismic activity, we are still at the low 3.0. The highest we have had is 3.6. Mm-hmm. That's still at the very lower end. We have hundreds of those 1 point and less than 2 that we now measure. And that's the data that SMU scientists are looking at as they go around and try to figure out what's causing the earthquakes in the Irving, Dallas area.
Yeah, so basically you're changing, and we can go ahead and look at the map. The National Earthquake Hazard Map is what's being changed. And basically that's being changed to include a fault line in Dallas and Irving. Here's the map. And in Azle, you mentioned Azle. I mean, that's where SMU has done this big study and has found that they believe fracking is leading to it there. There's a fault line there, but I guess these two water wells where there's fracking going on have made the fault line shake a little bit.
That's the conclusion that SMU scientists have come up with after a long study, and they're doing the same thing now in the Dallas Irving area. Hopefully, they say by the end of the year, in the 6-8 months, we would have a conclusion from SMU. That's their conclusion.
To see what's causing it.
And so that's, for us, that's good. Once we know the cause, we can go and start to mitigate that.
How is this affecting building codes right now?
Right now, it does not affect any building codes. Not yet.
Okay. What about like insurance rates? I'm assuming you have to get extra earthquake insurance. I know we talked with someone and they were looking at $400 a month for earthquake insurance, additional.
So right now, USGS is looking at HAZ maps and looking at the hazard and what the intensity, the maps, they're hoping it'll come out at the end of this year. Hopefully, at the same time, SMU study will also come out and we can all come to a conclusion as to what the causes are, and then we can look at building codes if we need to.
Still a lot of questions.
Yes, a lot of questions.
All right, we have a link with more information on predicting and protecting your property from earthquake zones on our website, fox4news.com. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Glad to be here.